If you want to be blown away, forget Google Docs, Notion, Obsidian, and Meet, NotebookLM.
Is this the next big thing after ChatGPT? A new ChatGPT moment?
This tool transforms static documents into living knowledge spaces where ideas can grow, connect, and evolve together. Wow!
It works like your AI-powered second brain.
A mind-blowing AI learning tool that serves you, completely free.
What would Albert Einstein have said about a tool like this?
After a particularly insightful response from NotebookLM, either this is a miracle or I've finally lost my marbles. Consider both possibilities. Though I wish it would occasionally say, I don't know, like a proper scientist. I wonder what Newton would have thought of it. Probably would have tried to calculate its gravity.
Okay, so what is it? This AI tool is kind of a Google Docs or note-taking tool like Notion, but on steroids. This tool transforms documents, web content, YouTube videos into living knowledge spaces where ideas can grow, connect, and evolve together. Now you're able to have conversations or listen to a podcast-style conversation about the subject matter or themes you want to talk about.
Welcome to the future.
In this video, I'll show you how easy it is to use, why is this the best AI tool for learning, and mind-blowing and useful use cases. This could be the best free tool for curious people, artists, researchers, students, and others. I can learn and go deep about my favorite subjects in a different way, a way that really serves me and that I enjoy. For example, I can give it the best books on storytelling and my favorite film screenplays and analyze it, having a real-time conversation or generating customizable audio podcasts about information we just fed it. But what it really represents, or it is, in my opinion, an increment IQ tool. Mo Godet talks about AI in an interesting way.
You may not feel it anymore, but the reason we have all of this technology is because there is a plug in the wall that is providing a very valuable resource called electricity. Electricity has become a utility. It's in the back of our minds. We don't even think about it anymore. There will be another plug in the wall, probably in your pocket, in your phone, that is called intelligence. It's a utility, okay? And today, just last night, okay, I plugged into that intelligence and I got myself what I would probably estimate to be an extra 25 IQ points. I became 25 IQ points more intelligent yesterday as I was analyzing a complex problem using AI. There will be a moment in the future where I will plug in and get another 100 IQ points. There will be a moment in the future where I will plug in and get 400 IQ points more. Now, I can promise you this. If you give me or any of my peers that I worked with at Google X 400 IQ points more, I will solve every problem on planet Earth.
Let's see how we use this thing. By the way, it is very easy to use. We go to NotebookLM. Here, we click. This is in Spanish, but what you have to do is try NotebookLM. You introduce your Google account, and then we are in the main window. We have the settings here where you can switch in auto mode, frequently asked questions, and the Discord server. That it is actually pretty cool. Then here you see that I have my notebooks right here. I can organize them visually like list, like this, and I can organize them in most recent, for titles, etc. I can create a new one. This is basically the different stuff that I am creating, the different spaces that I am creating to study certain things that I'm interested in. So let's create one. Start adding sources. Right here, we can put Google Docs, Google Slides. We can add links from websites, from YouTube videos, paste text. We can add audio in MP3 format. Here it shows us the source limit, and right here 50 sources maximum. We close. Right here we have the main, let's call it desk, where all the notes that we will be adding will be organized. Right here on our left we have the place where all the sources are going to be listed. We'll be able to add more sources, and this will bring us to the same window that we've seen in the beginning, that we've seen a second ago. Right down here we have the interface to chat with it. You can ask questions right here. We can view the chat that we've had. And here it's like a main menu, a little bit hidden though. If we click on it, now because we don't have anything, but when we have something, we're going to give us the summary, suggested questions, etc. Let's see an example. If I go to health results, I introduce right here my health results. If I click in this thing, I have a summary and I'll have key topics, allergy testing, allergy symptoms, etc. If I click right here, I'm going to jump directly into a conversation about this key topic. Down right here, I have all the source. Let's try this out. Allergy testing. And we can see right here how discuss allergy testing. So based on this source, it's going to discuss the allergy testing. Another cool, amazing thing of this is right here, the references. If I put the mouse right here, it's going to tell me from which source it took this part of information. And if I want to have more context about this chunk of information, I can click on here. It will appear right here, highlighted, and the whole source. Right here, we can close the chat. As we can see here, it appeared related questions, suggested questions. If I click in Notebook Guide, the main menu, let's say it, we have help me create FAQ, study guides, table of contents, timelines, briefing docs. We have the summary right here. We have the option to create an audio overview or podcast. In this case, it says load because I already created it. Right here is just the questions that we can click and it will jump into, again, the chat. And here the cool part. If we go right here, you have save to note. This piece of information has been saved as a note in our, let's say, principal desktop. We have right here the name of the space that we have created. We have right here the different notes that we have created from the different sources that we're using. We can create a new note. We can select all notes. When we select all notes, right here we have suggested actions that we can do. For example, summarize, suggest related ideas, create study guide, create outline, combine to note. Deselect all notes. We can, for example, let's say I'm only interested right now to use this note and this note. So we can do the same. It offers us these different actions. And we will see in later examples that when we want to create a podcast or audio overview, we'll have the option of customize what we want from the podcast in a more specific way. Another important thing is that, yes, having controlled what kind of sources do we add to the information, what kind of sources do we add to the system, we can reduce the amount of hallucinations. That's clear. But they will happen anyway. Remember that this is a tool. It's not God. Let's say that we have a source that is very, very long or dense. What we can do is cut it up in little chunks of information. And most probably the amount of hallucinations is going to be lower. The important thing that I think it's very good to know is that NotebookLM never trains on your data. Google has been very clear about this. Another important thing right here, NotebookLM may still sometimes give you inaccurate responses, so you may want to confirm any facts indefinitely. Is this the best AI tool for learning? Yes. For starters, you can use controlled data. It works off specific data that we just introduced, and it reduces hallucinations in a certain degree. Not completely. Besides, it really transforms how we interact and organize information. The way we store and learn information is different for every person. You could be a reader or visual learner, or there's people that are more stimulated with audio content. Hearing two people talk about a topic in an engaging manner is an excellent way to capture our scattered attention, create interest, provide a good first contact with complex information, and spark our curiosity. This free tool will change how we interact with information. In 1440, the printing press, a new technology, like nowadays AI, democratized learning and allowed the faster propagation of ideas. This was a central motivator of the Renaissance and the Enlightenment era. Now, we have a new tech, AI, that democratizes the understanding of difficult concepts and ideas with the use of new tools, NotebookLM so we can find new personalized ways of intellectually cultivate ourselves. Welcome to the second Renaissance. Examples. How would I use it? Normal use cases for everyday use. I use NotebookLM in a regular basis to summarize content. It is a very good way to solve the problem of information overload. For those with a large amount of unstructured information, mainly artists maybe, NotebookLM can generate structured overviews in podcast form, helping people sift through and prioritize important content. Or for studying, if you want to understand complex concepts with specific sources. You don't have to be a scientist or an intellectual. You can give it the instructions manual of the last electronic device that you just bought, and it will give you back an entertaining podcast about how to use the thing. How we interact with information. What I try to do with this channel is open up my mind to think freely and with no restrictions about how would I do things that serve me. Then see how I can do it with new AI tools. Artists researching their own specific themes, movements, or mediums can create personalized podcasts summarizing research materials, including PDFs, articles, or links. This would allow them to consume information passively while working on their creative projects. Feed the tool sources of inspiration. Let ideas link and reference each other. These ideas and material can grow organically as you add content. Information can be cultivated and reorganized. For example, as you may have noticed in a lot of my videos, I am very interested in the second Renaissance, or the new Renaissance that we're living in. So welcome to my second brain. Right here, one of the ideas that I'm interested in, that I like to investigate is the Enlightenment and Renaissance era. If I click right here, I'll go into my, let's say, the main desktop, where I have my notes organized with the things that I think that are relevant or important, or that I want to continue studying. When you save notes and click them, the responses are view only. You cannot do different stuff. If there's citations, you have them right here. In this case, I can see what is the citation, but I cannot go to the main article or source. In this case, will be the Renaissance, the Rebirth, this one, the Renaissance, the Rebirth. Another thing that I did, for example, is I introduced my health results right here, mainly related to allergies. And as you can see here, again, summary, key topics, allergy testing, allergy symptoms, asthma diagnosis, food allergies, treatment plan, etc. Right here is all the information. I can ask, let's say, what am I more allergic to? Boom. Based on your provided allergy test result, you are most allergic to Timothy grass. Shit. I can say, okay, let's save the note. So I remember this because it's important. And I have it right here. Right here in the, let's say, the bottom, the chat, we have the view chat. And in the notebook guide, that it would be kind of like the main menu, a little bit hidden. We have help me create, frequently asked questions, study guide, table of content, timeline, briefing doc. Let's say that for example, I want to, create a table of content. We have the summary, again, right here. And right here, you can create an audio overview or a podcast. Suggested questions, etc. If we click here, it's going to bring up the chat. What are the most significant allergens affecting the patient's health? And how do they manifest in his symptoms? And again, you can always use this card. I need you to explain this to me, like if I was a 5-year-old kid. And like this, you can have chats with your medical records. And if I think that this is relevant, as always, I can copy here and save to note. When I save to note, again, I have another note here that I can change the name to definition for kids. Another day, I can come, and if I have ideas or questions, I can continue having this chat and saving the notes right here. And in time, this grows and grows and grows. As we have seen before, writers or screenplay creators can upload books, articles, or research PDFs and generate podcasts to help them think through plot structures, character development, or thematic elements, streamlining their writing process. Working in creative projects, scripts, novels, etc., brainstorming, analyzing movies, dissect themes, symbolisms, analyze the plot, etc. If you want to find book PDFs, etc., or PDF sources, you have two options. oceanofpdf.com is a good one, and the other one is gutenberg.org. So in this next example, I want to analyze a movie that I love, Parasite, using as sources the screenplay of the movie and 3 of the most known storytelling books. How are we going to do this? So we're going to create a new note, choose files, this 3 here. Let's add screenplay of the movie, Parasite. We can, for example, ask a briefing doc. Let's see what it creates. 4 sources, source limit right here. We can put like all of this up to 50, like 46 more. That's super cool. If there's like a YouTube video, let's look for it. Parasite, the hidden meaning or something. Oh, that's cool. Everything you missed in Parasite. We're going to go to paste the URL and insert. So with all of this, we have right here the suggested questions. For example, we can say, how does the Parasite script align with Robert McKee's story structure principles, particularly regarding setup, confrontation, and resolution? And bim, we have it here, aligning Parasite with McKee's story structure. Again, the references right here. If I want to see the context of these references, I click here, and here it is in Robert McKee's. If I want to save it as a note because I think it's a very good answer, or I want to remember anything, I can save it as a note, and it will appear right here, the inciting incidents of Parasite. If, for example, I have this chunk here that I think it's very important, I can copy it, close the chat, add a note, and directly click on it and write, copy paste, and I can change stuff as I like. And one cool thing that we can do is right here, we're going to create an audio overview of it, a podcast. We can customize something. Let's say the podcasters are fans of Korean cinema. I want you to mainly focus on story steps in John Truby's book and make a comparison with the movie. Make it fun. Boom. And now it's generating a conversation. And here we have it.
Right, so we're back. And today we're diving deep into Parasite.
Parasite, yeah.
You know, we both love Korean cinema, and this film, it's a masterpiece. But we're not just watching it today.
Yeah.
We're going to, like, dissect it.
Oh, cool.
We're going to use John Truby's The Anatomy of Story.
Oh, wow. I love that book.
Yeah, it's a fantastic framework for, like, understanding the mechanics of storytelling, you know, what makes a great story tick.
I mean, Parasite is already, like, so layered and complex. Like, how does it even fit into, like, a traditional framework?
Right.
I'm intrigued.
I know, me too.
Oh?
And that's what we're going to find out on this deep dive.
It's fucking incredible. Anyway, this is fucking incredible. A new way to learn and grow. A few years ago, I found myself in a very, let's say, mental stressed place. And I started to get interested in the concept of second brains, Zettelkasten, note-taking apps, mostly Obsidian, reading books like David Allen's Getting Things Done, etc. What is this note-taking thing? They are all digital gardens where ideas grow and connect. Each one serves as a space where you can plant thoughts, cultivate connections between them, and watch your knowledge network flourish over time. The key commonality with these apps is that they all transform static document storage into dynamic, interconnected knowledge spaces. It's a place where you dump all your ideas, concepts, projects, thoughts, etc., so you declutter your mind. It offers a way of offloading your busy brain and clarifying in some way things that are important to you. Yes, maybe I've been a little bit dramatic in the intro, but I still work with Obsidian as my main note-taking app. But this new AI tool points to a future where note-taking apps and AI will really change how we think. So as you can see here in my Obsidian, I have things that are important to me, related to my personal life and related to my professional life, all organized in folders and notes. My main place, my house. Here I can see a weekly schedule, daily check, food journal. I can see main ideas, what fuels me, goals, important thing, maintain discipline and motivation. What are the things that I want to create in this world? Who am I? What do I want? Why do I want it? When? Etc. my main principles, what I'm grateful for, quotes, etc. Things that are important for me. So this is my, let's say, second brain, the place where I put all my knowledge and I try to organize it. One thing that is important to me is whatever I do professionally, I want to, that is related of what is important for me and what good I think I can do. It's difficult for me to find what strengths I have and how can I help people. And I found that this is a way that can serve somebody. One thing that I did is getting all the things that are very personal and important to me and put it in one of my notebooks. I call it my personal brand. I don't like to call it like that, but I didn't know. So in here, a list of markdown files that I've been showing you in my Obsidian house, like here. And I've been using it for, trying to understand, go deeper into all this information that I have right here.
Ever get this like nagging fear of being left behind? Like the world just, accelerating into this AI-powered future and you're stuck at the starting line.
Yeah.
Well, today we are diving into the personal notes of someone dealing with those exact anxieties.
Right.
And let me tell you, their journey, it's relatable.
It is.
And inspiring.
It's a theme we see a lot, actually. This whole intersection of personal growth, right?
Yeah.
And these like rapid advancements in tech.
Yeah.
And these notes, they're like a window.
Oh, totally.
Into how one person's trying to navigate that.
Yeah.
It is. It's really cool. And it's not just about, staying ahead of the curve in some like abstract futuristic sense.
Right.
When you look at their notes, they're afraid. They have a real fear of becoming irrelevant.
Oh, yeah.
In the job market.
Yeah.
Right.
As AI becomes more and more sophisticated.
And it's a valid concern. I mean, a lot of people are feeling that.
Right.
But, instead of just letting that fear cripple them,
yeah,
they're taking steps.
Yes.
They're actively future-proofing themselves.
Yes.
I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you learned some new stuff that can help you in the future. And remember, stay kind, give it a like and subscribe. Doesn't hurt.